Well, the latest poll results show support for Scotland's independence from the UK is rising. Well, a survey by polling firm ICM shows that support for the pro-independence Yes Scotland camp has increased by 5% to 37%. Well, the boost follows the Scottish government's publication of a memo on the future of Scotland as an independent state. However, Yes Scotland is still behind the anti-independence camp with a 44% support. Scotland is to hold a referendum for independence in fall of this year. Well, let's cross over to Belfast, joined by author and Middle East affairs expert, Mr. Saeb Sha'ath. So nice to have you with us. So tell us, first of all, explain to our viewers overall the significance of this now that we're seeing an increase of those going into the camp supporting an independent Scotland. One, tell us the significance of this increase, and two, what it really would mean for inside of the country and out if Scotland really did go independent.
It's significant for the Scottish people to gain their independence, and that will in its own spark changes within the United Kingdom, and will have an impact in the European community as well, since you'll see other nations will follow suit, like in Spain. The Catalonians will follow suit. But it looks like it's neck and neck yet in Scotland, and there is 56% of the voters in Scotland. They are looking for more solid information and data regarding the economics to take their decision, yes or no. That is the economy is the key factor to sway the voter in going this way or that way. They will, if they want to see if they can stay in Scotland, independent Scotland will be better economically for them. The worrying fact, as I see myself in the independent, is the Scottish government itself wants to return using the sterling pound if the country vote for independence, i.e. establishing an sterling zone with the rest of the UK. While other pro-independent, like the Green Party in Scotland, they want a separate currency, which they are taking the more sensible decision in here. An arrangement of that means the Bank of England governor actually said, Mark Kearney says, an effective union would also force a newly independent Scotland to hand over some of its sovereignty. He outlined that in a speech lately, which means there is ways of controlling independent Scotland by United Kingdom through the union of sterling, which controlling them by the economy through the sterling pounds. And that is not a good news. So I would see if independent Scotland want a full independence, they have to establish their currency. And I think Scotland in that way will succeed. The impact of that in Europe is huge, especially in the EU.
Why do you think, Mr. Sha'ath, we're seeing more and more talk about independence with various places? You talked about, we're talking about Scotland. Of course, you mentioned Spain. Even in the United States, there are certain states right now more and more talking about perhaps going independent. Why are we seeing this at this time, more and more talk about independence from various entities now?
Mainly, it's for two reasons. One is nationalistic background, and the other one is the economical factor. The people in Scotland, they believe the United Kingdom sucked their North Sea oil fields dry, and Scotland didn't benefit out of the oil bonanza, which Thatcher at the time exploited very well, and Westminster is benefited out of that. That is one of the economical factors, and the Scottish people believe they can benefit of being independent themselves, and they can explore more economical opportunities in the future. And the EU as a supernatural body can guarantee them security and safety from British revenge or imposing a British will and rule against the will of the Scottish people. And Spain is going the same way. The Catalonian people have a nationalistic agenda, which is a part of the belief they should secede out of Spain. They are more better economically as well, and for their nationalistic ideals.
Okay.
The same thing in the United States of America. You see, California believe they are richer than the other states. Why they should have subsidized others? And that is the economical factor in America's United States of America play more obvious than the nationalistic, since most of the Americans are immigrants out from different parts of the world.
All right, thank you so much for those remarks. Author, Middle East expert, Saeb out of Sha'ath, out of Belfast. Appreciate you being with us.